Cracking homies. What it do with that gente? Welcome back to the channel, man. Got 6 of you guys already tapped in, man. Today's clip is gonna be this clip was posted actually a few hours ago, man. Shouts out to everybody coming through the chat, man. I highly appreciate you. Shouts out to the label, Spill Records, SR, and all the homies in between, right? But hey, trip out. So I was watching this interview, right? Adam22 from No Jumper started making content on his channel again, solo bolo, right? And he said the reason for it is because he said that when he's on No Jumper, he said that he can't go in on nobody because like Lush One, Rick Baby, when he was out, and other, individuals will tell him not to, or will tell him like kick back, don't go in on that person. So now he's on his own and he's letting off. And the first person he lets off on, yeah, thank God it's Friday. Hey, shouts out to the IE rap, homie. You know what it is. Inland Empire all day, dog. Salute. So Adam22 goes in on what he goes in on Lefty Gunplay, man. He says Lefty Gunplay is pretty much it seems like the whole video he's just hating on the youngster. You guys gotta, I was remembering when Adam22 and Lefty Gunplay when he first came on No Jumper, like they were like buddy and shit, But yeah. So salute to Adam22 for creating the content, homie. In no way, shape, or form am I stealing any content, only reacting to it. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and get into the clip. Let's see what you got to say, man. This clip is about 15 minutes, homie. So we'll stop it and we'll get each other's Spencer. We'll get each other's reactions. What I'm trying to say, homie, Spencer. We'll get each other's reactions on me off this video. I watched this whole clip, and I don't really watch all clips. I hardly watch the clips. I just usually shoot through them. But this one, I actually sat down and listened to what he had to say, and it seems like he's hating pretty bad on me. Let's get into it.
To do with the platform, which was honestly kind of convenient because documenting his downfall probably better for the views than just talking to him on camera a whole bunch of times. I've never met anybody in my career doing this who is more excited to go on every podcast that exists in the known universe than Lefty Gunplay. So I figured it was time for us today to check in on what has become, in my opinion, really one of the more sustained long-term crash outs that we've seen in recent memory. So we got a whole bunch of clips. Let's dig in.
I heard you got a song with Jeremiah out that's called
All right, so before I gotta go any further, homie, so he said he called Lefty Gunplay the #1 crash out. Damn, homie, that's hella. But just watch the clips, man. I can't believe Adam. Hey, but that's the crazy part, though. If you look at him like that, but then you had him on your show and you sat down with this youngster at the table, it's kind of like, damn, dog. It kind of looks bad on, it reflects back, homie. It's like a double mirror. You know what I'm saying?
So this don't let me sing no more.
Oh, what? We're not.
Why?
He said I'm Lefty Gunplay. I'm a gangster, not a singer.
Well, you weren't like singing. You kind of doing the auto tune thing on.
I was.
Oh shit! Shouts out to Solace, man. He said Lefty Gunplay can't sing no more. He's a gangster, not a singer.
Tripping.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I wasn't singing. I was tripping.
I was
tripping singing. I'm just,
I have to ask for more joint.
I'm a gangster rapper. I'm singing. It was cool while they worked out. I kicked it with D Baby and Jeremiah and thought I was a singer, but I'm not. Unfortunately, my singing came to an end.
Okay, so this is Lefty coming to terms with the fact that
You guys think he's
the
hating on homie?
singing stuff really is not for him. If I was Lefty's manager, I would have
Of
done the
course it's
same
not
thing.
for him,
I would
dog.
have
We all
said,
know
listen,
that.
as a hardcore rapper, maybe there's a future in this. But as far as the R&B, the auto-tune, the singing, I see a lot of rappers come into the game, they get a little bit of an ego, and they think, yeah, I'm going to do this. I can sing. I can do anything. I can do all the stuff that the super talented rappers do. Lefty, I agree with this. I think it's good that you're showing a little bit of humility
respect to
and
the homie.
realizing that the singing wave, I implore some of you to go check out some of the stuff where he's been singing, in particular the song with Jeremiah. It's not for you. So I want to cut him at least a little bit of slack right
Respect
there,
to that.
even though his manager had to tell him, no singing, no singing. The singing is not for you. So I got to give it to him here. This shows me that he's at least a little bit capable of some growth.
Hey, you guys think that Adam22 is hating so far? Do you guys think Adam22 is hating? What's up, my boy Timmy in the building? ATM. What's up, my boy? Have a blessed weekend, my boy. Hey, gracias. You too. Respect to the 760, homie. I actually have family from the east side of Central. Rest in peace to my dad and a couple of my tios. You know, I actually, my dad is from the east side of Central, and yeah, shout out to all the homies in the Imperial Valley. It's all love, dog. When I was out there in Imperial Valley, I got a love from Broadly, Imperial. I got a lot of love from the east side, the north side. Rest in peace to the homie Tinty from north side, Oak Street. I got a gang of family from Calexico. It's crazy, dog. I think Adam's a Fed too, my boy. I really do. And you know what's crazy, dog, is that all these homies that get on the platform, they talk about being gangster and running fades and politicking and all this shit. But the number one thing that red flags me, homie, is like, why you fools on this white man's platform? First of all, didn't you fools learn from slavery? No disrespect, but look, it's been written in history, homie, that the white man has some kind of feeling for the brothers. That's just a fact. That's no disrespect. That's in history, homie. Listen, Adam22's dad, if you look into his history, his dad is somebody in politics, and fucking, I believe that this Vato's involved with certain factions. I want to say that name on here because I don't want to get in trouble, right? But you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, I just want to say he's involved with the Hollywood circle, the Diddy parties, and all that other stuff. You feel me? I know who you are, G. We used to kick it. Is that right, my boy? That's right, homeboy. Who are you, my G? Where you from, my boy? It's more no disrespect, but trying to like give me like a little hand, my G. Maybe his name's his last name's Mason. Yeah, that's crazy, fool. His dad is from High Democratic Party. Yeah, Tony. Oh, Tony, what's cracking, my boy? Hey, Tony, fucking the homie we used to go to the Owls bar with. Is that the homie right there? Is that you, my boy? Oh shit. Well, Rosa, right? Rest in peace to Rosa. My Nina Marta, right? Is that who I'm talking about? Is that who I'm talking to right now, my boy? Salute to you if that is you, my G. Palabra, fool. No, that's right, oh boy. Hey, fool, how you been, my G? Hey, well, I'm fucking good to see you. Yeah, I appreciate you coming through, my dog. Palabra, fool. I hope everything's going good with you. I hope everything's freedom in your life, homie. And, I hope you're doing well, my boy. That's right, homie. If you have Instagram, or hit my email if you don't have Instagram, but message me, fool. Be good to catch up with you, fool. Dog. Hey, homie. The homie right here, me and this homie right here. Shouts out to the homie, dog. This homie crazy. Hey, this motherfucking dog. Hey, dog, we used to go to the bar, just me and him, palabra. Hey, we would just go get slammed, homie, and then, man, shit would always be cracking off, homie. And this fool right here, Tony, never ever left me unstuck, dog. Salute to the homie, man, for keeping it solid, dog. I fucking appreciate you at all times, dog. All right, let's get back to the reaction. Salute to you, man. I'll send all my love to you and your familia, your kids. I hope everybody's doing well and blessed. I hope you're doing good too, my boy.
Growth.
You see this?
All right, he's talking about his teeth.
That's Johnny Dang, baby.
How much of them? Let's run it down.
70,000, 60,000. Keep it G.
Damn.
60 bands.
Damn.
You know when you go to the dentist, like they got the bad working, and like you don't want to show them like your girl. You're like, Jesus, are bad. Well, like they're going through my mouth, like you know what I'm saying. He just made me feel very comfortable.
Cookie, man, we make it happen right here.
Because I got my jaw broken before when I was younger. I could still crack it, but he just made me feel very comfortable. And he was just like, and I walked in there and like,
I just want to say one thing too, though. When you smoke a lot of meth, it fucks up your teeth, homie. 9 times out of 10, fools don't brush your teeth when they smoke dope. Like they get stuck on the wall, they get stuck on their drawing, they get stuck. You know, they just keep fucking smoking. They don't brush their teeth. All that fucking chemical, dog, it's thinning out your fucking teeth out, homie. You know, it's thinning out your teeth, fool. That's why you see like tweakers, fool, like they never have no teeth, homies, or they're like it's just the way it is. The dope eats your the heroin, the dope, the opiate, or you know, it pretty much eats you, dog. It eats your skin, eats your face. You know, you start to become a real life skeleton, dog. But I mean, if you're tweaking, just brush your teeth or mouthwash, homie. Palabra, and you will be good, homes. I don't tweak no more, homes. I used to fuck around a long time. I've been sober for a very, very long time. But if you are out there fucking around, homies, just carry a little bottle of Listerine. Fucking take care of your fucking mouth because, you know what I mean? Fuck, dog. Didn't your mom tell you you gotta take care of your grown up teeth? You're not gonna get no more. Come on, Lefty.
like Beyonce's on the wall, Floyd Mayweather. I got the same diamonds that Floyd Mayweather has in his shit.
Textbook rapper mistake. Spend $60,000 out the gate before you even really become profitable as an entertainer. Spend $60,000 on your grill. This is an absurd decision. I mean, some people might see what he has going on. They see the botted streams on his YouTube channel. Clearly, the Kendrick influence looms.
You heard what he said? He said Lefty has bots as views.
Spend $60,000 on your grill. This is an absurd decision. I mean, some people might see what he has going on. They see the botted streams on his YouTube channel. Clearly, the Kendrick influence looms large because the bots are working overtime to make Lefty's channel look the way it looks. I don't believe those numbers. I'm gonna be real with you. I feel like I saw the day that his numbers just transformed into another dimension, and I feel like that was.
Okay, so I can actually speak for that part, right? Like, listen, Lefty, he's hating on Lefty right now. Gotcha. Let's be honest, dog. Like, Lefty might have. Okay, so if Lefty was not getting no views one day, homie, and then one day he hit the algorithm with the right video, and boom, that shit took off. It makes sense, my boy, because listen, I just hit 10,000 followers on Instagram on my Cali Hill Media page. Go over there and follow me, man. I'm trying to run it up, homies. And I started from scratch, 0. But listen, there was 3 videos that I posted. They got 1 million views. And that's what got me to 10,000 in less than 2 months. Less. I want to say 2 months because I'm giving myself some time, you know, but so Adam is kind of wrong there. And if you are curious if he's buying bots, just go over to Social Blade. Type in, paste the link to the channel and go fucking right there. And then it'll tell you exactly, you know, if he's paying like Mr. You know, and you guys remember what happened to the pastor. The pastor, everybody went and checked on that app. Come to find out that fool was buying like thousands of subscribers every other day. Hey, Mr. Criminal. Go ahead and unblock me though, dog. You have me blocked on TikTok. You have me blocked on Instagram. You have me blocked on fucking YouTube. Come on, my boy. I'm not that. Come on, dog. You fucking guy, dog. I don't even want to talk to you, fool, but I just wanted to tell you one last thing, homies. We ain't forgot about that dirty ass shit you did, dog. You left the homies on stuck. We're gonna leave it there though. You know what I mean? I like Lefty, but probably had a lot. Yes, man. Around him, he needs more sound, level-headed OG. I agree, my boy. And I'm gonna get back to the video, but let me say something. Let me address the comment on the IE, the homie from the IE rap. So I made a short, right? And Blue Devil and a couple other people went in on me because they said that I was tweaking. I'm a tweaker. I move a lot, and that's just the way I talk, homie. The homies that know me, they know, dog. Like, so anyway, all I said was that. Where's the homies that really care about the homie? Like, not just about the bag, but care genuinely about the person. Like, where's the homies that just come and shoot that fool some good knowledge, dog? Like, hey, homie, you fucking up right now. Drop the pipa and let's go work out and kick that shit. You know, you're making millions. But, Charlie, homie, I got a bunch of hate for it. But it is what it is, huh?
That was probably a decision made by his management team to inflate his value and to keep people thinking that he was really successful on a different level. If you're going into the dentist's office trying to impress the dental technicians, to me, that's not a good sign. This is not a good use of the money that you are.
I could be wrong though. Like I said, homie, I could be wrong, but maybe Adam's not seeing it like as a homie that's been like, you know, like I guess like somebody that's, you know, under the influence of meth all their life, and then they don't go to the dentist much, and then of course when they go to the dentist, they're gonna be like embarrassed to open their mouth. Like that's just, I think that's any human being. You don't got to be a gang member. You don't got to be Lefty Gunplay. I think that shit just comes natural with your self-esteem. I don't know. I could be wrong though.
Bringing in, and at some point this is going to run out, so I can't agree with this decision-making process, but I mean, I guess if it gave you something to talk about in one interview, it is what it is.
What do you do in your free time?
Once a week, I swear to God, I get on the freeway and I go straight to Santa Monica. And I go to Santa Monica by myself with no phone. And I go to Santa Monica twice a week. That's on my dead homie's life.
He's not lying to that. I seen a short.
And I go to the beach with a hoodie, basketball shorts, no phone, at nighttime. And I haul ass and I go sit on the in the beach and I put my feet in the sand and I put my hoodie on with no phone by myself, and I breathe in, breathe out, and I just look at the beach and the water, and I just find myself again. And that just helps really calm me down once or twice a week.
I don't know if
I don't know. That sounded like a pretty good motivational speech. I want to give that a round of applause, though. But nah, bro, for real though, like, I did see someone posted like on their page, like, you know how when people run, like somebody ran into Lefty at Santa Monica, and he was actually walking on the beach, and he only had like a drink, and he did have a hoodie on. He had a tracksuit, like a sweatsuit with a hoodie, and so, you know. I could say that is pretty true though, but to each his own, dog. I feel like Adam22 is just really, really hating on the youngster because the youngster's doing numbers. He's making a fat bag, and Adam said he's going broke. So I don't know
if Lefty knows this, but at least one other way that you can gain some clarity and relax yourself and get, you know, a fresh state of mind would be to not do meth. As many of you know, Lefty got arrested in Texas because he was moving around with the meth. I actually blame him because he's doing a lot of work with Doty 6. Doty 6 said that he's off the meth. He actually texted me today. He's off.
You can't blame nobody though, homie. Like, I got to back the homie up right there with that one. Like Adam22, you can't blame nobody for, you know, if somebody's around you and they're smoking dope, doesn't mean that you got to smoke too, right? At the end of the day, homie, it comes down to willpower, and it comes down to the man really wanting to change, or the woman, homie. Because listen, I've been in a room full of fools smoking dope, you know what I mean? Or I've been, you know, like, and I never hit it. Like, I've been clean for a minute. It doesn't even urge no more. So like I said, homie, like, I think Adam22 is wrong there. You know, you can't blame Lefty for another man's, you know, habit. Like, that shit's just crazy, dog. I don't know.
Off the meth. Lefty, him, they got music coming out. They got music that dropped. I think Lefty might have turned Doty 6 onto the meth. And I feel like, you know, you're going to the beach, you're sitting back, you're taking in the sights. Another way to do that is to just not smoke meth, which we have another clip.
I agree, homie.
He stayed up for 20 days straight off the meth. Let's play that one.
You deserve healthy feet. You deserve Lotrimin.
Right now, he's going to talk about Lefty Gunplay allegedly saying that
1979 and 1989. If so, you can get
he's going
$500
to
to spend
he's going to
at
talk
Nike
about Lefty Gunplay, basically saying when he was in jail.
You've gone without sleep.
See, the longest you've gone without sleep. So Lefty Gunplay saying that when he was locked up on the main line, that he would stay up. Well, he said the whole dorm would stay up, and basically they would fuck Spencer, homies. He said that when he was in jail on the main line, homie, him and the whole dorm would get wigged out, stay up 20 days and fucking handle business, right? Which we all know that's not true, homie. Come on now, my boy. Right there, I gotta disagree, dog. To say that all the homies are up all night tweaking and making all the homies look like a bunch of smokers, damn.
Sleeping.
Probably like, man, 20 days, 19 days in county jail, just like
Without sleeping?
Yeah.
You got to be high off of that.
If there's a gang of
the whole dorm will be up for like
Just tweak.
a week straight.
Y'all be doing?
Writing letters, making knives, whooping fools.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a whole bunch of scante. A good, healthy sleep schedule is pretty much one of the most important things in life. 20 days. Think about the damage that must do to your mind, being up for 20 days. I think that really puts things into perspective. Whatever Lefty is doing out on the streets right now, it can't compare to 20 days off the scante while locked up. This really is illuminating where Lefty's at in his life. 20 days off the meth. Honestly, I think everybody out there should do 20 days off meth just to see what it does to you. That seems like a fair experiment.
If I went 20 days off of meth, homie, most likely I'd be in prison. I'm just being honest, though, fool. I mean, shit, the longest I went was like 2 weeks, homie, and I was already like the fucking Diablo, the devil was already in me, homie. Like, man, I must have got, like, I'm not gonna say names, but I got down with a few people that weekend, like, close to me, you feel me? So, like, damn, 2 weeks turned me into the devil. I don't know, dog. 19 days, I don't know, man. I'll probably be in prison and going crazy already for fucking doing something outrageous.
To perform upon yourself.
What's up, Benson? This is the chops. Homie, we out here, Pueblo. This is the
I'm gonna skip this part, homies, because this is a dead issue. So I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward that part. Because shouts out to the homie Chops, man. That's a good homie. Shouts out to all the homies in Colorado. That's a Silent David Pistols, Chops, and all the rest of the homeboys that are in Colorado. The homie Denver Made. He's not in Colorado, but he's in Denver. But shouts out to all the homeboys. Right here, let's listen to this one though.
This is for sure the funniest clip that we're gonna watch in this video. This really highlights right here just exactly where Lefty's at as a rapper, and it makes you realize that whatever you hear with him on a track, it sounds a lot worse when he's in the studio. So let's observe.
I'll be running up fucking bags in a factory, in a lab car, in a Tams bar, in a Mac bar, running up a bag like a motherfucking Stratford bar. I'll be robbing banks in a motherfucking. I'm a fucking.
Thank God for engineers, right?
Just a really insightful glimpse into exactly where Lefty's at as a rapper. I'm not trying to get claimed on this video, so I'm not going to play any actual Lefty rapping, but he does kind of amaze me on a consistent basis by just how poor his actual rapping skills are. And the weird thing about it is that you see him on tracks with somebody like Problem, a very competent rapper, but you hear this and you're like, oh, Lefty, like clearly you're not allowing this person to have any kind.
Hey, what do you guys think? Yeah, you guys think that you guys think fucking Adam22? That I just said this whole. Excuse me, guys. I can't be cussing. Excuse me, Spencer. I'm sorry about that. This whole video, this fool straight hating on the youngster, man. For real, like straight up, dog. That shit not cool, bro. Like, and like I said, man. 561 days sober, and I'm on it. That's right, my boy. Salute to you, G. Salute to all the homies that are staying sober, dog, and handling the business. I've been sober for a very long time too, man. I feels good not to be, in those spots, in those positions, in those houses, in those, what I'm saying. Yeah, dog. It feels good. My bad, homies. Yeah, so let's get back to the reaction, though, man. But where's it at?
Kind of creative control, because I think that they might force you to, flow in a way that is a little bit more focused, to say the least. This clip to me is just so unbelievably important in terms of really explaining away exactly where Lefty is at as a rapper. Okay, so this next clip, Baby Gronk, one of the more controversial characters on the internet. A whole lot of videos out there about how weird this whole dynamic is. Baby Gronk, basically just like a little kid, and his dad's kind of positioning him as, I guess Gronk is like a football player, and he kind of looks like him, and they're trying to
Lefty Gunplay. I know you
appropriating the Gronk character. So here he's going to talk to Lefty Gunplay. Let's see what he's got to say.
Lefty Gunplay. I know you have all the tattoos, but what's 2 things that made you cry in life?
Dealing with the grief of my cousin that died, passed away, like it breaks me down all the time.
Also,
No,
the relationship that I have with my son, because it really messes me up knowing the way I was with him, because the way that I felt, that's probably how he's feeling right now. And that really messes me up. That breaks me down all the time.
That was heavy, honestly. Like, baby Gronk.
Hey, you know what? I have to agree with that, homie. Oh, when my cousin when we lost my first family member in 2002 in the gang shooting, that shit was until this day. It bugs me, dog. It really does. I mean, so I understand Lefty on that one. Salute to him, man. Rest in peace to all the fallen homeboys, homegirls. You know, rest in peace to all your loved ones. But yeah, man, that's a real thought, man. And let's see what Adam got to say about it, though.
Gronk asking questions, trying to get a lighthearted viral clip, and instead we got Lefty lamenting his fallen friends and talking about his relationship with his son. That was a little bit more heavy than I was expecting here. I've been hit up by this baby Gronk character so many times. Them trying to do content, and I always just felt like it was a little strange. Not a sports guy, don't really know what the hell we would talk about, but you know, if he could make me cry like he did to Lefty here, shit.
Oh shit! Got it.
This is a fast track way for Lefty to fuck his career up if he starts trying to just fight everybody who hates on him in the crowd. I'm glad he didn't try to fight that little black girl in the Nickerson Gardens. Who was
hey, dog, why you gotta get
also
racist,
just
my
unbelievably
boy?
fascinated by who is this guy behind
That's John
him? I don't know.
Diesel. That's the real John Diesel right there. Shouts out to the border brother, the John Diesel, man. Y'all go ahead. I go subscribe to John Diesel's channel on YouTube, man. The real John Diesel. Go look him up, homie. He's a border brother out of Oakland. Solid homie. He got good stories. Been to the pen, you know, doing all that. He he got a lot of good stories. Touched on a lot of good topics. Anytime seen with a lot of Southern California, Los Angeles, California rappers. So go ahead and hit him up with a subscribe, John. The real John Diesel. Salute to you. Let's get back into it.
I don't want to talk too much shit because this guy could definitely be a cartel member. But this dude behind
He's
him,
a
I need a
border brother
YouTube
for sure,
documentary
though.
about him because that was intimidating. But Lefty, you can't be
He's a
beating up
border
the
brother,
fans.
homie, out
I've
of
seen this
Oakland.
go in a bad direction over and over and over. Look at Lil Xan right now. Lil Xan fighting cases because he went ham and stomped on a kid's head in the front row. Lefty, you don't want to go down this route. It's not worth it. Trust me.
So do you consider yourself, what do you consider yourself? Do you consider Mexican, mixed?
He talks about
white?
When it's convenient to me, I'll be white. When it's convenient to me, I'll be Mexican. When it works for me, I'll be Guatemalan. So like it's just whatever. It depends on where I'm at. But I'm proud of like all races that I am. My name's Franklin Scott Holiday. Like, you know, I'm proud of it.
This makes me feel like me and Lefty are kind of kindred spirits because we're both white. He's half white, obviously, with all the face tattoos and all the, Mexican gang affiliations and everything like that. He's really trying to stomp out his whiteness, push it to the background. But I love that Vlad is holding him to the fire because, Vlad, he's a Russian Jew. We'll count it. He's white. And Lefty, I think you need to celebrate your whiteness a little bit
Hey,
more.
does Adam sound racist to you guys, or is it just me?
From your legacy, as white rappers, I'm gonna put myself in that category as well. As white rappers, we need a little bit more representation. Lefty, we would be happy to have you as part of the woodpile.
I think Adam's racist, my boy.
Nigel loves the saxophone.
That was definitely a
and
racist.
he loves helping
comment.
others find their sound too. So he built a course on
definitely
Kajabi.
doesn't like Mexicans. Let's
You know what I like about your body?
Let's go back.
Because, Vlad, he's a Russian Jew. We'll count it. He's white. And Lefty, I think you need to celebrate your whiteness a little bit more, It's not right that you erase this from your legacy. As white rappers, I'm gonna put myself in that category as well. As white rappers, we need a little bit more representation. Lefty, we would be happy to have you as part of the woodpile.
You know what I like about your body language? You're very loose, like your mouth, like you just keep your mouth open. Like,
Keep my mouth open. That's kind of gay. And where's this interview going?
I didn't mean it like that.
Where's this interview going?
I just feel like you're gonna catch a fly at some point.
No, catch a fly, my boy. I think you're gonna catch a fly. I'm done with this interview, dog.
5 more minutes. 5 more minutes.
Okay, so for those who didn't catch what was
Yeah, how
going
full
on
he
there,
is.
Lefty had his mouth hanging open. I don't know if that's
He's
a med
evil on
thing or
Lefty,
just
got
his
you.
general JCat thing. The interviewer told him that if you keep your mouth open like that, you might catch a fly in your mouth. Lefty gets so offended by this that he rips the microphone off and walks out. I think your standard for what would make you walk out of an interview needs to be a little bit higher than that, because a walkout is gold in the podcast.
Hey, I think Lefty's learning, dog. I have to say that part. He's learning. He's a youngster. He's in his early. He's like 29, 30 years old. You know, he's fresh out. Did a little time. You know, I don't know about his time. Doesn't, you know, we ain't gonna go into all that subject, but you know, he was incarcerated. You know, but he just needs some time, homie, to adjust to the fame. And I have seen his he has changed a little bit the way he moves. You know. But only time will tell, homies. You know, only time could tell what's gonna happen. I wish Lefty Gunplay nothing but success, homie. He puts on, he keeps going. Like I told him before in the messages when we used to conversate before he blew up, before he got signed to OTR. I told him, homie, like fucking do this shit right, homie. Blow up and fucking stay out and keep going, homie. Be the first real one to stay the fuck out and keep building a career, keep building a bag, you know. So salute to that, homie. It's good to see him keep grinding, whether people say his music's not what it is or Adam22 is gonna hate. But at the end of the day, homie, like Lefty's humble because he's tapped in with me, homie. I'm a small creator, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I mean, salute to that shit, dog. You know, we've had conversations, so salute to him for that shit. Palabra, that's humbleness, you know what I mean? Real.
World. If you get somebody to walk out, you're good. You're getting 1 million views. This clip has 33,000 likes and 1,700 comments. That's solid. That's not bad for somebody who's trying to make a name for themselves doing content. Somebody walks out of your interview, that's good. Somebody as prolific as Lefty Gunplay, that's good. You want that. If all it takes is for them to.
In my world, homie, if somebody walked off my interview, the homies are not gonna want to fuck with me no more. They're gonna be like, damn, fool. Like, I mean, the homies will still, but they'll be, I want to say, less support, homie, because I mean, who lets it get to that level of disrespect, dog? That shit should have been like, you know, respectful at all times, right? So it just shows that whoever he was talking to was a real disrespectful person. I mean, it coming from someone who was in jail and came from that background, you know, you got to. I mean, I guess Adam22 doesn't really care about respect. I noticed that, like, he doesn't care if you respect him. He just cares about the views, you know. He doesn't care about morals or respect or dignity. Obviously, like, he gave his wife to another dude for the world to watch. I don't know.
To point out that your jaw is hanging open off the mess, then I mean, I'm sorry, you're just making it too easy for them to get you to go viral. So this to me is also indicative there's some serious control that needs to be exerted upon Lefty Gunplay if he wants to continue on in this role. Okay, so here I am. I'm forced to make this kind of content. I didn't want to make this video, but I had to because Lefty Gunplay, he threw us to the side and continued on his career.
So now he's
the
mad.
problem really though is that
mad.
Lefty at first was such a view serious control that needs to be exerted upon Lefty Gunplay if he wants to continue on in this role. Okay, so here I am. I'm forced to make this kind of content. I didn't want to make this video, but I had to because Lefty Gunplay, he threw us to the side and continued on his career. The problem really though is that Lefty at first was such a view draw. My first interview with him has damn near 1 million views. I happened to notice the other day, Figmunity, my good friends over at Figmunity, they had him on the podcast, right? Let's check out the view count. 4 weeks ago, Figmunity World goes live with Lefty Gunplay and two people named Payroll and Surf. I don't really know who that is. 49,000 views. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that's the.
Hey, what is? I mean, that's why. I mean, shit, man. See, this is why I don't care about views. I'm not in this YouTube shit to get paid. Like, if I get paid, cool. Well, extra to go buy something I want. You know, go buy something and a microphone or, you know, something stupid, dog, like something that you want because you're not really out there using your hand. You're not really out there digging and shit. So it's, you know, it's whatever, right? But if I worried about views every single time I posted a video, my boy, like I would have no damn videos up because it's a hit and miss sometimes. Some months are going to be hella dead. some months you're gonna be hella jumping. So to everybody who's trying to like rely on YouTube to make a bag, like you gotta have a job, better have a side hustle or something, because YouTube could go away at any time, and then you could be possibly left with nothing. You know what I'm saying? If they were to cut YouTube off today, a lot of fools wouldn't have no income, and that's just a fact. And they would have no hustle to fall on. That's even worse. You know what I mean? Let's go.
The lowest viewed episode of the Figmunity Shame on You, I guess it's called, podcast ever. That's not good. Lefty, for a minute there, when I told him it was the Mexican Crip Mac, the reason why I said that was because it seemed like, amongst other things, that he was such a view draw, that he was, you know, in such crazy demand because of his J-Cat antics. It feels like that has worn off. 49,000 views. That's their lowest viewed episode of this show ever. That's not good. You've overexposed yourself to such an extent that this podcast has one and they get their lowest viewed episode ever. Not a good look. Okay, yep. Here's another example. Community episode 197 with Lefty Gunplay. 10 days of sobriety. That might be part of the problem. They specified that he was sober. 64,000 views. Honestly, that is a little bit more than Community gets on average from taking a look at their uploads. But Lefty, my critique about how you have overexposed yourself, I'm sorry, but the proof is in the pudding. You're going on podcasts and you're not even providing any kind of bump. That's not a good sign. So Lefty, I'm sorry. You should have took my advice. It's not too late. You need to focus on the music. I'm glad that you decided the singing wasn't for you. But it might be the case that rapping ain't for you either, at least for the time being. You got to get your flow together. You got to get somebody who's a trusted writer that's willing to get in the booth with you and at least force you to stay on beat. That's the biggest problem. It's not really like what you're saying that's the problem. It's the fact that it doesn't sound good coming out of your mouth. I don't want to sound like a hater. I know I sound like a hater, but I don't want to sound like a hater. But there's some changes that need to take place. Anyway, Adam22, smack the like button, over and out.
Yeah. We're going to pause it there.
Vanderbilt business.
Man, I definitely think Adam22 is definitely hating on the youngster, man. Definitely hating on the youngster. I mean, I didn't hear nothing positive in that whole 15-minute video, man. What kind of shit is that? Salute, my brother. Hey, what kind of, I mean, Adam22, man, you got to remember, you sat down with Lefty Gunplay. You sat down at the same table with him. You guys were face to face, right? On camera for the world to see. And now you're backsliding and you're talking negative on the person. You probably should have just kept that to yourself, because at the end of the day, it just shows that you're truly a disloyal person, my boy. Like, how could anybody expect anything different from no jumper? Like, if 17 people, let's go back and watch the clip. Let's go back and watch the clip. Hold on, guys.
Business gives you world-class.
Let's go back for you guys that are new and barely coming in.
Vanderbilt is a rigorous.
Before I end it, I'm gonna go back and rewatch.
Kind of convenient.
So
because documenting
you guys
his downfall.
This video is Adam22. He's doing his own segments now, you know, and he's talking hella crap about Lefty Gunplay. I mean, some of it could be facts, some of it is genuine truth, but some of it is like unnecessary kind of racial comments and just kind of hating on the youngster, right? I mean, this is a grown man we're talking about right here. Grown ass man hating on a guy that's probably barely gonna be 30. But to each his own, right? But you gotta remember, this man sat down with him and had a conversation with him.
Probably better for the views than just talking to him on camera a whole bunch of times. I've never met anybody in my career doing this who is more excited to go on every podcast that exists in the known universe than Lefty Gunplay. So I figured it was time for us today to check in on what has become, in my opinion, really one of the more sustained long-term crash outs that we've seen in recent memory. So we got a whole bunch of clips. Let's dig in.
I heard you got a song with Jeremiah out that's called
Solis don't let me sing no more.
Oh, what? We're not.
Why?
He said
I thought the Solis for being a solid, honest individual.
Well, you weren't like singing. You kind of doing the auto-tune thing on.
I was tripping.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I wasn't singing. I was tripping. I was tripping singing. I'm just, you know.
I ask for more joint.
I'm a gangster rapper. I'm singing. It was cool while they worked out. You know, I kicked it with D-Baby and Jeremiah and thought I was a singer, but I'm not. Unfortunately, my singing came to an end.
Okay, so this is Lefty coming to terms with the fact that the singing stuff really is not for him. If I was Lefty's manager, I would have done the same thing. I would have said, listen, as a hardcore rapper, maybe there's a future in this. But as far as the R&B, the auto-tune, the singing, I see a lot of rappers come into the game. They get a little bit of an ego and they think, yeah, I'm going to do this. I can sing. I can do anything. I can do all the stuff that the super talented rappers do. Lefty, I agree with this. I think it's good that you're showing a little bit of humility and realizing.
I do want to say something real quick though. Hey, shout out to Lefty though for even having the charisma, the courage to even jump on the track, and even if he didn't feel like he could do it, he still did it. So salute to him. Let's keep going.
But the singing wave, I implore some of you to go check out some of the stuff where he's been singing, in particular the song with Jeremiah. It's not for you. So I want to cut him at least a little bit of slack right there, even though his manager had to tell him no singing. No singing. The singing is not for you. So I got to give it to him here. This shows me that he's at least a little bit capable of some growth.
You see this?
That's Johnny Dang, baby.
How much of them? Let's run it down.
70,000, 60,000. Keep it G. 60 bands. You know when you go to the dentist, like they got the bad working, and like you don't want to show them like your girl. You're like,
that's natural though.
Like they're going through my mouth. Like, you know what I'm saying? He just made me feel very comfortable.
Cookie, man, we make it happen right here.
Because I got my jaw broken before. When I was younger, I could still crack, but he just made me feel very comfortable. And he was just like, and I walked in there and like Beyonce's on the wall, Floyd Mayweather. I got the same diamonds that Floyd Mayweather has in his shit.
Textbook rapper mistake. Spend $60,000 out the gate before you even really become profitable as an entertainer. Spend $60,000 on your grill. This is an absurd decision. I mean, some people might see what he has going on. They see the botted streams on his YouTube channel. Clearly, the Kendrick influence looms large because the bots are working overtime to make Lefty's channel look the way it looks. I don't believe those numbers. I'm going to be real with you. I feel like I saw the day that his numbers just transformed into another dimension. And I feel like that was probably a decision made by his management team to inflate his value and to keep people thinking that he was really successful on a different level. If you're going into the dentist's office trying to impress the dental technicians, to me, that's not a good sign. This is not a good use of the money that you are bringing in. And at some point, this is going to run. So I can't agree with this decision-making process. But, I mean, I guess if it gave you something to talk about in one interview, it is what it is.
Once a week, I swear to God, I get on the freeway and I go straight to Santa Monica. And I go to Santa Monica by myself with no phone. I go to Santa Monica twice a week. That's on my dead homie's life.
Car in the town car, in the Mac car.
This is for sure the funniest clip that we're going to watch in this video. This really highlights right here just exactly where Lefty's at as a rapper, and it makes you realize that whatever you hear with him on a track, it sounds a lot worse when he's in the studio. So let's observe.
I'll be running fucking bags in a back in a lamp car, in a town car, in a Mac car, running up a bag like a motherfucking strap car. I'll be robbing banks in the motherfucking. I'm a fucking.
This is just a really insightful glimpse into exactly where Lefty's at as a rapper. I'm not trying to get claimed on this video, so I'm not going to play any actual Lefty rapping, but he does kind of amaze me on a consistent basis by just how poor his actual rapping skills are. And the weird thing about it is that you see him on tracks with somebody like Problem, a very competent rapper. But
yeah, man, I don't want to hear him again. Just hating and hating. Fucking Adam22 is hating hella hard. He's hating hella hard on the youngster, man. That's fucking fucked up, man. I hope you guys are having a blessed Friday, man. I'm gonna get up out of here though, cause I got my kids and they're right here inside playing with their friends. But I just wanted to tap in with you guys, man. I'm trying to stay relevant. I'm trying to create more content. Even if it doesn't get views, homie. I'm just trying to stay. Get back to where I was, right? I will get back to where I was. It just takes a lot of time, you know what I'm saying? So salute to everybody, man. I appreciate you guys coming through the live stream. You guys go ahead and hit the like button, man. Drop a comment at the end. Let me know what you guys think, man. Let me know if you guys think Adam22 is hating. Or do you think he's really speaking, from his heart? He's obviously speaking from his heart. He's hating, right? But do you think he's like trying to give a Lefty advice? Or do you think he's hating on him? Yeah, with that being established, though, homies, I appreciate all you guys, man. Shout out to all you ACB and all the homies that are in here, Cody and all the homies, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna look for another reaction. I'm gonna watch the Swifty Blue new documentary, and then we'll go through it tomorrow. I'll set that up. You guys stay tuned. So we'll continue to do these live reactions, man. They seem to be better than just sitting here talking about gibberish. So salute to all you guys, man. I highly appreciate all my subscribers. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed in the last 3 months, man. I want to say a big thank you, man. I highly appreciate you guys, man. And the ones who have been subscribed, like ACB, one of my number 10 subscribers. I highly appreciate you too, bro. Many blessings to all you guys, man. Stay sober, stay free. See you tomorrow. We out.